Hello YouTube, this is Dylan from Cardfight Capital, and I'm here to show you my Neon Messiah deck profile. Or at least what I have of it so far. It's trash right now. The starter is Neon Messiah. Oh crap, this is some bad stuff. There we go. And its skill is Forerunner, and then whenever he's unlocked, put him into soul, draw a card, and give a unit plus 5k. The grade 3 lineup is 8 grade 3s. And I plan to get a lot more stuff soon, but because I'm about to get a job. And then we can start making videos more frequently and stuff like that. But this is all we have for right now. So I try. 2 Alter Ego Neo Messiah. And its first skill is whenever you stride a Messiah G unit, you can choose up to 1 card from your hand, call it to rear guard, choose up to 1 of your rear guards and up to 1 of your opponent's rear guards and lock them. And then his GB2 skill is whenever a unit is unlocked, you can Soul Blast 1 and draw 2 cards. Or at the end of the turn. To Ideal Ego Messiah, and its skill is whenever it's placed on vanguard or whenever you stride, you put a card from your hand onto the field as locked, and it gets plus 5k, and then you draw a card. And then its second skill in rear guard is Soul Blast lock this unit at the end of the battle that this unit attacked. If your Vanguard's grade 3 or greater Messiah, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and choose up to 1 of them and call it to the field, call it to rear guard as locked, and shuffle your deck. Oh no. 2 Alter Ego Messiah, and its skill is Counterblast, and choose 1 of my rear guards and lock it whenever you stride. And oh, sorry for the shadow. And if you do, choose 1 of your opponent's rear guards and lock it, and my Vanguard gets plus 5k until the end of the turn. And its GB2 skill is when a locked card is unlocked, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Sorry if I sound nervous, because I am, because I'm not, whatever. Lady Gunner of Neutron Star. GB1, choose 1 of your other rear guards and lock it. When this unit's placed on Vanguard or rear guard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. And Restrained Dragon, Counterblast 1, put it in the soul. When the lock card is unlocked, you may pay the cost. If you do, lock the unlocked card. And I really like that because it moves into soul, and this deck really needs soul. And I tend to run out of it. And when this unit, GB1, when this unit attacks, if it's Vanguard or rear guard, it gets plus 4k if it's attacking the Vanguard. On to grade 2s. Black Bullet of Iron Star Photosphere. Auto rear guard on GB1. Choose a card from your hand and put it on rear guard as a lock. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if your Vanguard is a Messiah, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets plus 9k until the end of the battle. It's really nice if you don't have much, because then you can just start locking your own stuff from hand. Rapid Gunner of Degeneration, action once per turn on rear guard. GB1, choose 1 of your other rear guard units in the same column as this one and lock it. choose one of your other units. It gets plus 3k until end of turn. I'm trying to use a playmat because that's all I have right now. I'm trying to get an actual, like, well, just from the starter deck or trial deck from the Messiah one. But I'm trying to get a playmat, which I know that you can find cheap ones, but I'm just focused more on buying cards normally. 2 Mega Messiah. He's what I normally want to ride for grade 2. Just because most of the others are more important to me to have on rear guard. But, that doesn't always happen. And I don't really like running more than 2 of him. Because this deck's really counter-blast heavy and I have nothing to counter-charge right now. Anyways, this GB1 auto rear guard skill. Counter-blast 1, lock this unit. At the end of the battle, let this unit attacked. If your Vanguard's a Messiah, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put up to one of the cards on rear guard as locked and shuffle your deck. It's GB2 skills. This unit gets plus 2k for each of my locked cards, which is really nice. But it's kind of a little power boost. 2 Arrestor Messiah. GB1, he locks himself and locks a unit in your opponent's back row when he attacks. And that turn, if he's placed on rear guard, he gets plus 2k. If I have a Messiah Vanguard. 3 Metalia Messiah. Metalia Messiah. Continuous, this unit cannot be locked by card effects, which is really good. Especially if I'm going against Chaos. And then, when another card is locked, his GB1 is whenever another card is locked or unlocked, he gets plus 3k. So, if 4 cards are locked or unlocked, he's already at 21,000. So, that hits big numbers. And normally finishes games. Then I have 3 Lady Bomber with Magnetic Storm, which is when it's placed on rear guard, choose a grade 1 or greater card from hand and put it on rear guard. And if my Vanguard's Messiah, I put on rear guard. Let me restart that. Whenever it's placed on rear guard, if you have a Messiah Vanguard, you choose a grade 1 or greater card from hand, lock it, and draw a card, which is really good to get early card advantage in the game. Especially for this deck, so you can get the ride you want for grade 3, which is Alter Ego Neo Messiah. Or any of the Messiahs. You just don't want to run into the ones that are rear guard. Like Restrained Dragon and Lady Bomber or Lady Gunner of Neutron Star. Grade 1s. There are 4 Nullify from the trial deck. Allbirth Pangolin. 3 Dynamis Messiah. I'm only running 3 instead of 4 because of how little I soul charge in this deck. It's GB1 whenever this unit boosts an attack, Soul Blast, and lock it, unlock another card. It gets plus 4k until the end of the turn. Yeah. So I really like that because that can do multiple attack. It can make multiple attacks. Like with Ideal Ego Messiah, those in a column, you can attack with you can boost with Dynamis and attack with Ideal Ego, and then Soul Blast 1, Ideal Ego locks itself, lock a card from the top 3 cards of your deck, and then Dynamis, Soul Blast, lock it, either unlock Ideal or lock the card you called. But if you unlock Ideal, you can attack. He's a 15k, which doesn't hit the numbers, but if you give he just needs a little push, which is kind of easy in this deck. But then you can just swing with him, lock him again, and then call something else, which could just boost up Metalia Messiah. Then there's 3 Vlastos Messiah, which that's the main ride for grade 1 that I like to do. Just because of the other cards, I prefer to be on rear guard. but he's really nice on rearguard too because of the lack of soul I have in the deck. It's GB1 when this unit is placed on rearguard or unlocked. If I have a Messiah Vanguard, he gets plus 4k until the end of the battle. Then GB2, Counterblast 1 and lock this unit at the end of the battle that this unit attacked or boosted. You lock it and Soul Charge, which I get burnt through Counterblast really quickly, but he's nice to use if possible, because then I just rely on Soul, which is where Dunamis and Ideal come really in handy. And one Gravitate Turtle, I want to bump that up, but I don't know what it... Well, there's a lot I have to take out and replace, but I don't know if I want to keep him in or not, but I really like that his skills... GB1, if your opponent has a lock card, this unit gets intercepts and continuous. This unit can intercept from the back row. So you can boost with him, and then next turn you can intercept with him from the back row, which is really nice. And then 2, the Stride Fodder, and also searches out for the grade 3 Messiah. Now for the triggers, I don't really have any good things, which I run 8 crit and 4 are Biting Deleter Giva, which I don't delete my Vanguard in this deck. It's just to have 8 crit. That's why it's there. 4 Specule Shark, the other crit. Then 4 Beloved Child of Super String Theory, which is... Oh, sorry, I dropped one. Put in the soul, give plus 3k to something, like doing that with what I was talking about earlier, Dunamis and Ideal Ego is nice. Because then he'd hit 21, and then he'd hit 18 next time if you did what I told you to do. Like, it's an okay combo in this deck. But Draw Trigger, which this deck's really hand... It tends to have a big hand and not take that much damage. And Morning Child of Restriction, 4. Because all the decks that I play run 4 heal trigger. And now for the G units, I don't have much, but what my first stride normally is Genesis Dragonfly God Messiah. And Counterblast 1, choose a face down copy of... a face down card in your G zone and flip it face up. And when this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, for each face up Genesis Dragonfly God Messiah, choose up to 2 lock cards and unlock them. And if 1 or more cards were unlocked by this effect, choose any number of lock cards, and those cards cannot be unlocked during that fighter's next end phase. And if 3 or more cards were unlocked, this gets plus on critical, but I only have 2, sadly. But I can buy 1 more. I'll probably be running like 2, either 3 or 4. And then 2 Genesis Dragon Trans Elves Messiah. Counterblast 1 when this unit's placed on... GB2. And when this unit's placed on Vanguard, Counterblast 1, flip him over. Lock all cards on the field, and then all cards not locked by his skill unlock. So that's normally my final play, which is having this on the field, Metallic Messiah. So say I'd have 5 rear guards and they'd have 5 rear guards, and then just that's 9 unlocked or unlocked. So that's 27,000 power added, or 27,000 added power to that. That's nice, and he's just lock everything on field, which is really fun. And the last G unit is just the one that came with the trial deck, which is Counterblast 1, lock a unit in the back row, and then unlock a card for a Counterblast. 2 of him if I have to go into something else. Then I have 4 Large Will of the Cosmos Cosmo Wraith. And that's Counterblast. 1. When this unit's placed on Guardian Circle, you pay the cost. If you do, your opponent chooses a rear guard he or she controls and locks it. And if this happens, it gets plus 5k. So it can be a 20k shield and lock your opponent's rear guards. Then the one I tend to not use, but if I have the soul, I will use, because it's a soul blast. When this unit's placed on Guardian Circle, if your opponent has a lock, if there's a lock card on the field, pay the cost. If you do, it gets plus 5k. Then if your Vanguard's a Messiah, it gets plus 5k. So it's gonna always, for me, it's always gonna be a 25. It can be a 25k shield. Well, that is my deck profile, and I will see you guys later with some more content. Peace out.